moved here about 20 years ago. We love the neighborhood in terms of the diversity, the houses that in terms of each house was different. Nothing was the same. We moved in from Grosse Pointe Woods, met the neighbors immediately. It's been a great ride. We have Cape Cods, bungalows, colonials, Tudors. We have Cox and Baker bungalows here basically on Bishop. But every house is made to the specifications of the original owners. Doctors, attorneys, a little bit of everybody. The architecture is grand here. The biggest asset we have is our people. We have a little bit of everybody. Everyone talks about a neighborhood of choice and neighborhood of a little bit of everybody on the earth. We're it. Black, white, Asian, Arabic, gay, straight, multiple family household, single family household. We still have some original owners. We're very proud of that fact. The amenities for us in East English Village are diverse. We have our fitness park. We have a walking club. We have our annual garage sale the first weekend in August. The second week in August is our landscape contest. And we do different things in terms of trying to help clean up the neighborhood. One of our other options is our garden club, run by David and Michael, and they do a great job. They'll do garden tours, but they also do education and field trips. The biggest thing also, private security, private snow plowing, so we collect for those. It's all volunteer dollars. When a new homeowner buys a house in East English Village, not all know that we have a homeowners association. So we're constantly trying to get that word out to, the realtors of choice in the neighborhood and the city and the state primarily, because we've had people move from out of state into East English Village. We're one of the strongest neighborhood associations in the city. We have generally 75 to 200 people at our monthly meeting. We're a very, very capable neighborhood because of our people. I think from the standpoint the value is here. Obviously in terms of housing stock is massive when it comes to the overall possibilities of finding a great house on the east side, custom built, Pewabic tile, fireplaces, finished basements, 2- and 3-car garage, nice architecture that's still solid today.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Benjamin, Executive Director of a 501c3 called A Purpose Transition. And our mission is to help individuals to discover their purpose through career and entrepreneurship exploration. How many of you know someone affected by corporate downsizing? Looking for a job or want to start a business? Imagine a world where you know your purpose, you're happy doing what you love, and you're excited to get up every morning to start your business. Well, we would like to help create that world for you. Our Purpose Discovery courses are unique, relevant, and proven to help individuals to discover their purpose while using a variety of training platforms to keep them engaged, enthusiastic, and committed throughout the entire learning process. Our courses and programs are delivered in 1 day, 2 day, 8 weeks, 6 months, or a yearly training format. Our programs include wall mapping charts and tools, personalized activities, and live webinars and independent web-based study, creating a virtual classroom environment with dynamic discussions with national thought leaders and industry experts that will help your staff members, team members, and clients learn how to start living their life on purpose. We offer programs for companies, organizations, individuals, and educational institutions. We offer the following programs for companies and organizations: Purpose Business Retreats, Corporate Transition Success Path programs for individuals that are displaced and need help with discovering their purpose, and our annual Purpose Cruise, where you can go away to an isolated place, reflect, and receive training to learn how to start living your life on purpose. For individuals, we offer purpose discovery coaching programs, how to discover your purpose 2-day boot camps, career exploration courses, entrepreneurship programs, and retooling programs to help you to transition into a new industry. And for educational institutions, we provide purpose discovery programs, purpose career fairs, mentor matching programs, and purpose internship opportunities.
Well, actually, I love the program, and I say this because she has really taught me a lot. Like, I want to be an anesthesiologist, and I didn't know like the right steps to get there and how do I do my resume, because I've always been like kind of shooken up about it. So I don't want to grow up too fast, but this program really helped me to understand what it takes to become what I really want to be.
I like that she was preparing us for our futures, getting ready for college, and giving you more options.
Corporate Transition Success Path Program. In these times of uncertainty, it's important to use your Purpose GPS to know where you should go from here. Companies that care about their soon-to-be downsized employees enroll in our Corporate Transition Success Path program. This program helps outplaced individuals to discover their purpose, prepare for their next employer, and train them in the skills to start their own business. Every person enrolled in our program will receive a personalized action plan, participate in purpose discovery activities, and take assessments that will help identify the best career or business that's designed especially for them. Contact us today to learn how we can bring our programs to your location. Visit us today at apurposetransition.org. Take your Purpose GPS at www.purposegps.com. As you can see, we have a lot of resources for you. Contact us today so that we can bring our program to your location. And remember, today's a great day to start living your life on purpose.
Dr. Tanya Martin is extremely passionate about working with and assisting African Americans due to the fact that the divorce rate amongst this population is about 51%. Consequently, she's interested in MAD therapy, otherwise known as making a difference therapy, in the lives of those she treats.
Because don't we sometimes say, do you hear me? Are you listening? I don't want to be heard, I want you to listen to me, because we can hear what's going on outside there, but listening goes so much deeper. Why did I want to be a psychologist? I love that question. It's a great question because I knew at an early age that I wanted to be a psychologist. I was introduced to the field by accident. And I found out about psychology because I had this strong desire to work with and help people. My mother gave me the initial definition of it, and as I continued on into junior high school, we had a career day, and our teacher gave us a further definition of various careers, and psychology just stuck with me. It never ever left. And so as a result, I've been a psychologist for over 2 decades and just thrilled to help people as I go to work every day. It doesn't even feel like work. It's just my passion. In this particular video, I decided to target specifically African Americans because of my years in working with various populations. What I saw was a need for African Americans to really embrace therapy and various mental health services. I even did my doctoral dissertation on African Americans receiving couples therapy. A lot of us don't seek out those forms of services, and based on my research and the research of others, what I found is that African Americans, we have the highest divorce rate amongst other cultures. Is right now at about 51%. When we do come to therapy, the work is very effective, is very helpful, and because of that, I've decided to branch out and do workshops, retreats, symposiums, things of that sort, because I really want to reach the masses, and doing the mental health work in those settings affords me the opportunity to reach larger audiences. Now let me just add that my work is not just geared towards African Americans. As I believe I said earlier, I work with a variety of populations, but again, I want to help those people that may have a greater need. And as a result, Blacks, African Americans, based on the statistics, really report a greater need. And so that's why this video is slated and aimed towards that population.
You know, it forces you to look at yourself, to look inside, forces you to look at the other person differently. And then it kind of struck an internal note with me, because I have a more global look at this whole piece of therapy, relationship therapy, how it relates to African Americans, as you talked about, the stigma that it has in our community. And of course, we're facing a crisis in our community now in terms of youth violence, black on black crime, single family homes, single parent homes. That all stems back to our ability to maintain a good, strong family unit, which is really the fabric of America and the success or failure of where we are here. And so it has a personal note for me in terms of what I think we should have in the African American community.
Oh, it's benefited me huge amounts. Dr. Martin, you have helped me acknowledge some of the things that I never knew about myself, whether it was an insecurity, whether it was a strength, whether it was like a good thing or a bad thing of something. I won't say bad, because your flaws aren't always bad, but as long as you embrace them and understand things a lot clearer, then I think that your process is going to also always be beneficial.
I deal with our culture of black people, and I see a lot of people need mental health help. And with the loss of my wife, I see myself spiraling in that direction, and I didn't want to be a statistic of what I seen. So I reached out and took the help.
Now I am a firm believer of therapy, and I always, explain to my friends and family how much it has benefited me and how much growth I've had since I started.
Prior to meeting Dr. Martin, I just didn't know where to go. I just felt so hopeless, so empty. I just lost my best friend. I didn't know. But with the help that she provided to me, she gave me the strength to go on.
She exposed me to another level of this therapy with a concept in relationship therapy that really struck a note with me. And she brought in the father, if you will, of that concept. And it kind of rang a bell with me that said, this is something that should be shared in the African American community, which it hadn't been up to that point. In terms of increasing our capability to just live and function together as man and woman, as creating family units. And so the ability to do that on a large scale through forums and seminars and group meetings, etc., I think is just an absolutely outstanding technique.
I would recommend any and everyone to go. If you had any type of traumatic experience, whether it be in childhood, whether it be an adult, I would honestly say just put your pride to the side and receive the help. It's there. It's there for the taking. And I guarantee you will not regret it.
What I'd like to leave the viewers and the listeners with is that therapy, mental health services is a good thing. For example, if we get a toothache, we're going to the dentist, and we don't have a problem in doing that. When we get a new job and our new employer says, you need to go and get a physical, we don't have a problem in doing that. However, if we're a bit sad, depressed, or blue, we sometimes keep it a secret when we venture out to get some form of mental health services. Mental health services included in your total physical health is a total workup. It's holistic and it's valuable. It's a good and a positive thing. As a student of this work, I had to do 1 to 2 semesters of therapy myself, and I'm telling you, it was so effective. I'm telling you, because of that work, it's made me a better person, me a better therapist, and I continue to seek out any necessary help that I need today, because I know the better I am, the better I can assist and help my clients. And let me just say, because I so believe in the benefits of therapy and the difference that it makes in the lives of people, I sometimes sometimes call it MAD therapy, which is making a difference therapy, because when it's utilized and it's utilized properly, it does just that. It makes a difference in the lives of people that receive it.
Dr. Tanya Martin is a clinical psychologist, college professor, and author. She's available for workshops, seminars, symposiums, and retreats. She can be reached at the Center for Individual and Family Counseling, located in Southfield, Michigan. Visit her website at drtmartin.com, or you can call her at 248-421-4202. Dr. Furman is a psychotherapist, an author, and an executive producer of a television show entitled Matters of Your Heart. And she's also the owner of the Center for Individual and Family Counseling, Incorporated. She has been in private practice for 24 years. Dr. Furman is devoted and dedicated to working with the African American community. She has spent the majority of her career focused on the family with an intense goal of offering support and assistance. Dr. Furman provides individual therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, group therapy, and a variety of trainings, retreats, and workshops.
Hello, I am Dr. Pauline Furman. I have been in private practice as a psychotherapist for the past 25 years. I have dedicated my career to assisting others with challenging and traumatic events that have occurred in their lives. I have had the opportunity to help couples and families move forward in some very insightful ways to improve their lives. I have helped hurting people with emotional pain tap into their inner strength, even when it appears impossible. That it has been my greatest strength.
I've been through 2 divorces and marriages, and after each divorce, I recognized the need to seek out a therapist because I felt that my perception about healthy marriages was subjective, it was not objective, nor fair, nor impartial, and I recognized that I needed some help, and therefore I sought out a miracle therapist. Each time I went through a divorce, I went through therapy about 7 months to 9 months. I sought out purposely because I didn't want to be biased. When I had the opportunity to meet another person, another female, I want to be kind of fair and objective and look at situations in a different light. And therefore I sought it out.
I didn't realize how strong I was until being strong was the only choice that I actually had. But I was a little tired of being strong. I wanted some assistance to make sure that I was going down the right path. I sought help in order to deal with grief and to be able to move on.
Little did I know that family and individual therapy would be something that I would really invest in for my emotional well-being.
There is a stigma in the Black community that if you see a psychiatrist or a therapist, you are crazy. But I think because God made this profession, it's a great thing to get.
All right, we welcome in Dan Leach from 97.1 The Ticket and the voice of Titans Hoops. Dan, the Tigers have had some really bad recent struggles. Who do you blame in this debate?
Well, I love to blame Kate Upton, but I'm not a crazy person. So listen, it might seem unfair, but I look at the leadership on this team, and I look at Brad Ausmus, and obviously it's not his fault. This team has had tons of injuries. Dave Dombrowski's set up, obviously Brad Ausmus with some deficiencies in parts, but I look at leadership, and I know he's a first-year guy, but pitch hitting Cabrera for Martinez a few games back, bringing in Nathan 2 times in a row after he threw 26 pitches. It seems like there is a lack of a clear leader. You can go back to when Brad Ausmus made the unfortunate comments about his wife. I just feel like the team has been looking for some kind of a cohesive way to play better baseball. And I look at the top right now, Rob.
I hear you, and I know what? I'm going to go even higher when you talk about the top. It's Dave Dombrowski, to be honest. Let's be fair, all right? I'm going to give it to you. What has been a problem with this team over the last couple of years? The bullpen. Again, this year, issue, the bullpen. We knew when they traded Prince Fielder they were going to be lacking a big power bat from the left side. We've seen that play out. Miggy doesn't have the same power numbers. And thirdly, how in the world do you hire an inexperienced rookie manager who was never even a manager in the minor leagues to run a team that's ready to win a championship? So it's convenient to put it on Brad, but Dave is the one who gave him the job. I think this comes from the top. I blame Dave Dombrowski.
Well, listen, Dombrowski's if you want to look at it in a restaurant or a barbershop way, he's the executive chef. Ausmus has the guy, he's got to make the meal. But when you have, he's the manager right now, so they can't get rid of Brad Ausmus in the middle of the season. It worked with Mike Matheny in St. Louis. Brad Ausmus has got to show, I know it's his first year. I know he's got a lack of ability to have certain guys out there. And I think the Nathan thing has been a disaster, to be honest. But he's got to get this team to play focused baseball and believe in themselves. And that's why I look to him right now, Rob.
And also, though, Dan, look, the issues that we've talked about over the years, you're not going to win when you have a bullpen that has the highest ERA in the American League. I know people thought Joe Nathan was going to be a great signing, but there are other pieces, too, that didn't fit, that haven't worked out for the Tigers. And in that case, I'm going with Dave Dombrowski. He's the one who put this meal together, and if they don't win a championship, it's on Dave's head, not on Brad's. And you know what, Dan? I appreciate you for joining us, but of course, you did not win.
Oh, what the heck? My pleasure, Rob.